back to his old life, and very on fire, and seemed to have so much his old ways. So you have to get God's best, not what you think is good. Understand what I'm saying? Slide 11. God showed us his ultimate love by his commitment to die on the cross. His choice to die was based on his love commitment, not a feeling. What is love? Boy, that's a big question. What is it? That's like, everybody wants to know that one. If you could write a book about that and it really answer everybody's thing, you'd be very wealthy. What is love? It's not a feeling. Say, it's not a feeling. Feelings cannot be trusted to last in its full intensity or even to last at all. That's why love is not a feeling. That's why some people will say, oh, I just feel like I'm in love. Well, that probably won't last because love is not, you cannot trust feelings. Feelings will not last in their intensity, and sometimes they won't even last at all. Love isn't just a feeling, but a deep unity. Maintained how? By your will and deliberately strengthened by your habits. When you get married to somebody, you make a choice, I will marry you. I love you, so I am making a long time commitment. It's not just a feeling. Feelings will come and go. Even when you're courting somebody, at one point you may think, oh, I don't know if I can stand this person. And then the next time you think, okay, it's worth it. That's what it is. It's a choice. Love is not a feeling, but it's a deep unity that you make with another person, and you say that I will deliberately and I will do whatever is needed to strengthen this habit that I'm forming with you, a habit of a lifetime commitment. Why do I say that? Because I've been married for 25 years last September, going on 26 this year. There are times I thought I could have killed Brother Willoughby. And then there's other times I wish I had killed him. And then there's times you think you're so sweet, I could eat you up, and then you wish you did eat it up. In other words, and he feels the same way, so okay, I'm not saying something bad. It's not because he's a bad person. It's because this is a choice of our will. It's not I like you for 10 years, and then I decide I change you in for a new model. You're 40, I want 220s. You know? I trade you in for 2 more. No, this is a commitment that goes past a feeling that is, ooh, my heart. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, you just make my blood pressure rise. Ooh, well, one day you're going to wake up and they're going to be fat and old, and you're not going to be going just on a feeling of what they do to me, how they make my blood pressure rise, and how excited I am, and how I cannot breathe, I can't think. Well, that could leave an accident, a disability, a sickness could make it that you don't get all of the warm fuzzies you needed, but your commitment goes past a feeling. It goes to a deliberate choice, and you strengthen it by the habit of living with them and working through difficult times and helping that person to achieve what you have decided, the two of you, is a lifelong goal. Love, let's go on to the next one. Dating emphasizes what? It emphasizes your emotions. It emphasizes your lust. It emphasizes your sensual desire, demands on a sexual response, fights against the innate nature that God put in you. God put an innate nature in you to desire the sensual. That's normal. If you don't have those desires, then you need to stay single. That's okay. It doesn't mean you're bad. It just means if you have that desire, then you probably are going to get married. Okay? If you don't have those desires, that doesn't mean, ooh, I'm so wicked. Or if your desire is very minimal, it's okay. God puts in us an innate desire one way or the other. Remember I talked to you about the sacredness, the blessing of singleness. God puts in you the desire to get married, the desire to stay single. Is either one of them right? No. Is either one of them wrong? No. What do I mean by that? It means that the way God designed you is the way He planned for your future. Some people are not to get married. We have an apostle that showed us that. Some people are going to get married. Whatever your desire is, and you know those desires because you have your own dreams. I don't give them to you. You have your own meanderings of your mind. I don't give that to you. You have your own things you're fighting with within your own life. You know your desires. But when you get into dating, it will accentuate that desire. In other words, if you have a desire that is not to be alone and you date when it's not God's plan, you will probably focus on your emotions, focus on lust, focus on your dating that will turn into sensual activities. Demand, if you're a guy, not usually a girl, but there are some girls that just can't get enough. There is that now. Though it wasn't such a common thing now. They have terms for it, and I can't remember the word for it right now. But, you know, it's like they demand, I want more, I want more, I want more, give me more, give me more. So you will actually in dating be fighting against that very thing God put in you to be satisfied, but He did not put it in you to be satisfied before marriage. That was to be exclusively for the marriage union. It will make you compromise in situations. Dating emphasizes private. What do I mean by that? Private or solitude. In other words, when you're dating usually say, let's go somewhere alone. Let's meet alone. Let's talk alone. Let's go here. Nobody's there. Alone. Why? Because it's going to feed those things that I just listed. Not very often are you going to get a couple to come and sit right here in the church and bring 2 chairs right here and make out. Let's go down to the altar. And let's be alone. I don't care if everybody's around us. We're going to get absorbed in each other. No, that's not going to happen. Not at the altar. Why? Because here you have the presence of God and it kind of just makes everything go bleh. How to get aroused in the altar? Very hard. It's kind of, it kind of fights against it. So what does courtship emphasize? Next slide. Long-term commitment. End in view. What do I mean by that? When you start courting somebody, you're already looking at the end result. When you're dating, you're looking at now. You look really good in the window. I think I'll try you on. You're window shopping. But when you're courting, you're saying, you look like somebody I want to spend my life with, and I am ready, I am at the place in my life that I can actually make a commitment. Because I'm ready to make a commitment, I am going to court you. It does not mean you have to marry that person. But it does mean that you must be spiritually ready, emotionally ready, and you must proceed in a way that courtship allows you biblically. That doesn't mean, okay, you get to be 28 or whatever age that you are feeling you're socially and emotionally ready, and you say, I'll try you this week, and you next week, and you the next week, and I'm going to taste you all. No, this means you're emotionally and you're spiritually ready. It means you already know you don't want to taste everything on the smorgasbord. You're going off to the filet mignon. You want the best piece that there is. You're not just taste sampling. Give me a sample platter, God. I like a sample and I like it hot. I like spicy. No, you are picking God's best for your life. So it focuses on a whole different shift. No casual tryouts in courtship. You don't choose a person if you think, I wouldn't want that person. Then don't be with them. Don't even take them out for an ice cream. What's the point? You're spending useless money. Think of your savings. Do something. Take me out for ice cream if you want an ice cream. I will put no demands on you. I won't even bug you and call you and SMS you all the time. I will leave you be.